Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. YAJE here. This is just a quick video to share with you updates on the bitter leaf that you see behind me. So I started the bitter leaf plants that you see behind me from seeds back in January, the 29th of January, and today is the 29th of May. So it's been 4 months. By watching this video, you will get to see the level of growth, and I'm also gonna be harvesting some of the bitter leaves today, basically just trying to thin out the bitter leaves because I have a lot of it growing in this space. So guys, this is how much growth I have of the bitter leaves. It's growing against the fence. I transplanted these after the seeds had sprouted, and then I had seedlings with a couple of true leaves. I put a lot of it along the fence all the way, and as it's growing it is two packed together. So what I will do today is thin out some and then cut some of the leaves, and I'll show you how I do that. Actually, this will be the second time I'm cutting some of the leaves. As you can see, I've been doing some bottom pruning to prevent disease as well, because the leaves were touching the ground. Okay, so we'll work on the bitter leaves today. All right guys, so what I will do today is just cut some of these leaves from the bottom, then I will let it grow. I will let it keep doing the vertical growth until it is up to about this height, somewhere around here. Then I will cut the top to encourage lateral growth. But for now, I will just harvest the leaves from the bottom, and then that will be dinner, and then also thin out the bitter leaves. Let's harvest the leaves first. Please, if you enjoy the video or find value in the content of the channel, do leave a comment, do leave a thumbs up, maybe share the video with somebody that you know might find value as well. And if you have not yet subscribed, please help me grow the channel by subscribing. Thank you very much. Another advantage of doing the bottom pruning is to prevent disease, because when you have the leaves touching the earth, you can get stuff from the earth into the plant very easily. So bottom pruning encourages airflow, and it also helps with disease and pest management. I started these bitter leaves from seeds about 4 months ago. That is 120 days. My garden is in Houston, Texas, in zone 9A. The weather around here is subtropical, like it is close to tropical weather. We have just about 3 months of really cold temperatures, and then it warms up again. But I did start the seeds indoors. All right, so what I will do now is just thin these out. Okay, I'm gonna cut so that they are spaced out. This one, there's 2 of them. Probably cut one. Just cut it, and then I'll space them out like that. Well, if you're wondering what kind of bitter leaf this is, it is bitter leaf. It's just another variety of the bitter leaf, that is Vernonia amygdalina. This particular variety has big broad leaves, meaning you don't need as many leaves to cook your soup with. The medicinal or nutritional information about the bitter leaf is the same. It's just another kind of bitter leaf, and it does well here in the United States. Now, if you're wondering what the difference is between the broadleaf bitter leaf and the other type of bitter leaf, this is bitter leaf. They are both bitter. If I cook them, you would not be able to tell the difference. But this species is slightly different, as you can see. The color is more of lime green than this deep forest green. The leaves are bigger compared to this one. It has some subtle differences, but as far as taste and the nutrition profile and the medicinal profile, exact same thing, just a slightly different variety between this one and this one can grow tall too. It's just that you know, I started these from seeds just this year, and I've been growing this one for years. It's a perennial, you know, both of them are perennial plants. This is our harvest. Let's call this our first bitter leaf harvest. Not too shabby. I try to use organic sustainable practices as much as I can. So I am using scraps from the kitchen, in this case plantain peels that I cut up into small pieces to mulch my garden, or my bitter leaf in this case. It helps to mulch, retain moisture, maintain the temperature of the soil, and also recycle nutrients back to the soil.